Hi, I'm Tanya from Y'all Light, a movement to ignite the light within. How do we deal with divorce memories, our memories after divorce? And why do we have so many memories, and why do they last so long? Well, we have to remember that we live in a body, we have a soul, and we are a spirit. Now, I want to invite you to ponder this truth. The soul includes our mind, our emotions, and our will. This is what the Bible tells us. So, and our memories are stored in our mind. It's one of the jobs of our mind is to store memory. Just like on your computer, the computer stores memory. Our mind, since we were born, stores all of our experiences, our memories, the good and bad experience are all stored in our mind. So, as we're going through a divorce, we begin to go through a process that is, for most people, will have an element of pain and suffering. And that's because all of these memories are stored in our heart, which our heart is more of a field. It travels throughout our whole body. So as we are trying to get the memories out of our heart, and we can't, by the way, because they're stored in there, but we're trying to, and our heart becomes broken, and this is painful. It's a divorce because divorce is a death or a loss, significant loss, maybe not just one loss, but lots of different loss. And divorce ranks almost, I think it's even higher than death on the level of stress, on a stress test. So divorce is like a death, and it's going to cause pain. And these memories that we have stored in our mind might be front and center. And you know, our mind, we have about 10,000 thoughts per minute. So imagine all of the different memories that are coming forward. It can be from the beginning of your marriage, middle of your marriage, just currently what you're going through. So to try to block the memories, it's going to be pretty difficult. And so our memories are stored in our mind, and our soul is in our heart. So our memories are throughout our body. Now, another thing in our soul is our emotions, and our memories have an emotional impact usually, and our memories are also stored inside of our body. So when we're trying to get past all of these memories from our old marriage, it's virtually impossible. But the thing you can do is give yourself time. And in time, the memories of pain and suffering and happiness and the emotions of anger and sadness and joy in that marriage, eventually, given time, they will begin to take more of a back seat. It's not that they ever really disappear. It's just that over time, you're going to have new experiences, and you can have new thoughts, and you make new memories. And that's one thing I really encourage women to do, is get out there and make new memories. Like, as soon as you can, make happy, joyful memories, because that's going to be stored in your brain, and these other memories are going to start to fade away, like fade back like this. One of the things you can really do to move the bad memories, or change what we perceive as bad memories, well, maybe there were bad memories, but one of the things we can make sure that we're doing is whatever thoughts we're telling ourselves in our mind, we can make sure to at least balance those negative memories with some positive memories. And then it doesn't feel so much like our memories are so bad and tainted. There has to be some memory of love in your divorce. And if you can hold on to those memories and those times when things were good, or you were in love, or they were in love, and there were good times, even take a picture and set it out of the good times so that you can remember the good times, and your mind isn't constantly focused on the bad times. Because our memories and our thoughts can lead to emotions, if we're focused on the negative memories, that will produce some negative feelings like anger and sadness, which is completely normal while you're going through a death and loss. But you don't want to get stuck here. So make sure at some point you're taking those thoughts of bitterness and betrayal and how could he, and all the negative thoughts, and you at least balance them out with, well, I had a part, and you can really bring in thoughts of gratitude are very important. Like, I'm so thankful that I was able to be a mother, and I'm so thankful that I got to grow from this experience and become a more empowered woman. So what are you thankful for? Take those thoughts that might be bitter and negative, that are going to cause pain and suffering, and we turn them into some new thoughts that we can focus on, and that helps to have better emotions. So this is an area where this practice, we're using our will. That's where we find power, our will power, to take those old thoughts and change them into new thoughts. The will can say, I want to remember good times. I won't focus on all the bad times. I want to move forward. I don't want to be stuck in pain and suffering. So using the power of the will found in the soul can really help you to manage those thoughts in your mind, which are going to create certain emotions. And if you bring more of the Spirit, more of our spirit, and more of God's Spirit, the union of God's Spirit in our heart, more of Christ's Spirit of love and light, the more you bring this into your memories and the getting over the memories, the easier it might become, because the Spirit is going to bring in things like non-judgment. So the Spirit of Christ, he was very accepting and non-judging. and he also was able to dwell in the truth. So the truth is, we can look at the other person and all the negative qualities, but the truth is we probably have some negative qualities too, and we don't just want to look over there. We want to accept where we went wrong in the marriage too, and we don't want to be self-righteous and putting the other person down, making them the problem. And that's spirit quality. Another quality of the Spirit, when we bring it in, which can really help us move through divorce, is forgiveness. I remember the first time I prayed for my ex-husband, there was a light that came in and out and shone through me, and not only did I feel like I had established power within myself, like, oh, I now have the power to pray for him, because I could see that hurt people, and I needed to pray for him because I wasn't hurting so bad. And I realized with this help of God's Spirit that I needed to humble myself and do some forgiving myself for the things that I did wrong, forgiving my ex-husband for his part in it. So if you bring the Spirit in, you'll find that there's some qualities of Spirit that really help get the memories either neutralized, like negative plus positive, neutral memories. But the Spirit also helps us to move forward when we're living in non-judgment and acceptance and forgiveness and grace. We tend to be able to have the energy to move forward. So overall, my tip always for women going through a divorce is try to marry Christ. Marry him after you get divorced. Marry him right away so that you're not too desperate to look for another relationship. And when you marry Christ, Christ is living in your heart. And what you're marrying is his love, his mind, the way his mind thinks, not the way our mind thinks. And his mind thinks like those things, non-judgment and acceptance. When we marry Christ, love inside of us will grow. So basically, marrying Christ is a little bit like make a commitment to marrying yourself first after your divorce, and make some good memories. Just in your own life, really focus on making good memories so those back memories, those other memories take a back seat. But remember, we can't kill off our memories. We have to live with them. So try to make them into at least good memories. And then it's a lot easier to move forward. So that's how to deal with the pesky memories after divorce. I hope that this was helpful. I'm Tanya, founder of Y'all Light. Go in grace and with grace. Thanks so much.